y'all, this is 100 Keep Here. We are at the Soul Socket, 1801 Jefferson Street, and I have a couple of friends here. This is what I call a sit-down Sunday, something I would love to do every Sunday. And today the topic is change and growth. So I'd like to introduce the people I have with me today.
What's going on, y'all? My name is Troy. Instagram L_Bozeman. I'm a entrepreneur, real estate investor / firefighter.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? I'm Chainsaw Charlie, founder and CEO of H-Star Apparel. Also co-founder of Chop It Up Barbershop at 210 Gadget Pike South, Madison, Tennessee. Yeah, get with me. Tap in.
What's up, man? My name is Texas Trill. You can call me Trill. Instagram is _Texas Trill. I am the owner of The Ring Nashville, Birmingham, Memphis, Dallas, and Atlanta, and I'm also the DJ on the Streets 993.
Okay, with that being said, so the topic today is basically going to be change and growth. And beforehand, I thought change and growth kind of was like one of the same things. But as I was sitting there thinking before I came, change and growth is actually two different things, because I know people from my childhood who's changed, but they haven't grown. And I know people who've grown, but they haven't changed. So, for instance, for myself, I do run a sneaker store now. I feel like I have changed and grew, but at a point in time, I have grew, but I hadn't changed. Like, let's say, for instance, I grew up into being like a family man, you know, getting married, but I didn't change because I was still doing things as a single man or trying to do things like that. So, basically, me coming up, you know, there was a lot of things that I thought was cool or I thought was, you know, the right thing to do or whatever, but, you know, as now I changed and I look back at it, like, shit wasn't cool at all. You know, as far as like, let's say for instance, gangs, trying to hustle, do things that wasn't of my nature. Even though I grew up around it, it just wasn't for me. You know, like, so that was one thing I had to figure out, like I grew out of, as far as trying to be a hustler. I done it, didn't work for me, I left it alone, you know, because, you know, you got some people who just, like, fuck it, I'm keep trying, you know, I got busted, I'm keep on trying. Then you got those who just, like, you got some drugs you just see, like, it just ain't working for them. Like, they keep getting caught, like, or they got a good, because you got some who have good runs of years, and then, you know, a mistake happened, but you have those like, damn, this nigga get locked up like every other week or every month, nigga getting pulled over, a gun and drugs. So it's like, that was one of the things I'm looking at, like, yeah, it ain't really for you. Like, you just got it. So that was really one of the things, like, man, I just learned that with a lot of things, man, in life. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I tried a lot of things, even just working jobs, hustling, shit, taking out trash. I done a lot, man. So it, like, as I grew up, I seen a change in myself, and I look back, and I'm not gonna say I'm disappointed in some of the people that I did grow up with. It's because we all kind of grew up misguided. I'm gonna just say everybody did, you know, with just us being black. A lot of us grew up misguided. So, but it kind of hurts to see, like, you know, you had that friend, y'all got the same dreams, same goals as y'all younger, and then y'all get older and you look to the left like, damn, where they go to? Like, they ain't, because you would think as a young child, like, they gonna be right here with me when this happens. And, you know, you don't really see it happen until it actually does. It's like, damn. Then until you get that person that knew y'all, like, hey, where's such and such? How they been? It's like, I mean,
I don't know.
they're alive. I mean, I don't really know. You know, it's not much I can really say, but you know, it's a difficult thing. Like, you know, just the whole change and growth thing is hard. Just give me y'all opinion.
Well, the older you get, you got to evolve or die. That's something that I live by, evolve or die. Like, you know, animals, alligators, you know, for whatever the case, the longer they stay on the planet Earth, the more they got evolved. Like, for now, like, you could probably live on one income back in the day. Now, that's not going to help you. With the economy and the way things are not, you know, gentrification coming in full swing, if you got one income, you really not going to make it, you know. So
That's true.
That's what I mean by evolve or die. So, you know, with that being said, you have to sit right here and learn different things. Like, education never stops. So, like, this is why, when I was in school, I never liked reading, but when I got older, and I started reading, I understood that it was what they wanted me to read that I wasn't interested in. If they wasn't giving me financial literacy or people that looked like me, I was interested in that. So once I started reading things that was in harmony with me and seeing people like me in the past, where it was Mansa Musa, Marcus Garvey, Noble Joe Ali, Elijah Muhammad, it wouldn't matter. It made me feel proud. But then when I started studying them and seeing how they rose a nation and was being, you know, basically arousing our people to do for themselves, it made me want to do for myself. So sometimes you got to be able to, you got to connect with things that connect with you. So if you're not willing to grow, man, you know what I'm saying, you got to go through it so you can grow through it. And then when you go through it, you're going to come out on the other side a better person, man. But ain't nothing better than experience. You know, I was seeing a video that was talking about COVID just being in the gym so much, you know what I'm saying. That experience come from being in that gym so much. You can't just talk about it. You got to be out there really living it. You know, if you want to do nails, some people say they want to do nails. Okay, you want to do nails. Let's just say you practice 2 times a week. How good you think you're going to be? You see what I'm saying? So, like, every day I try to read at least about 30 minutes to an hour, at least. Because you're gonna learn different things, getting different books from different people, man. So don't just try to get the message and don't judge the messenger. Because you can learn something from everybody. People will be like, man, I can't be around no broke. I can't learn nothing from a broke person. Yes, you can. You know what you can learn. How not to be broke like him. So start to judge people, and knowing you can learn a lesson from everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's when I started taking accountability on myself. When I started learning, they'll say, okay, it's cool not to be around my friends going out drinking every weekend and say I'm gonna sit at home and I'm gonna study. I ain't gonna go out and drink. You know, when I was incarcerated, I wrote a letter to myself like what I was gonna do to get to where I needed to be at. So when my friends asked me to go out, and I ain't judging nobody, this is what I said for myself. When they asked me out of time, I'm gonna go read. When they asked me to go out and drink, I'm gonna go read. When they asked me to go out and, man, let's go party, you know, all those things I said I'm gonna sacrifice to get myself together. And people, this is what people make you feel like. Man, why you gotta always talk about being business? Why I always gotta be something? Man, you can have fun, fun. Okay, let's have a balance in life. If you go out Friday, we talking balance, right? Yeah. So if you go out Friday, Saturday, what you supposed to be doing? You supposed to be about the business, right? You gotta go out Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Then you say something about, man, let's get serious about life, man, let's go. Man, you can find 50 friends to go out and drink. Man, let's start a business. Man, you always talk about that, man. Yeah. Like, man, it's cool to go out and have fun with seeing. That's when you gotta start separating yourself from people, because these friends that you grew up with and you love, so you slick learning something, but they'll make you feel odd for having some form of, you know what I'm saying, integrity about yourself and say, I ain't judging you, I'm just saying, look, man, I went out and drunk last night. So that's when I started to learn, man. It's cool to be different. When people call you weird or people call you crazy, they slick trying to downplay you. You ain't crazy, you ain't weird, man. You just understanding something, and you got to be able to lead them behind. You know what I'm saying? Because if you still roll with them, it's gonna pull you back in, because everybody got to be common when they friends. Some got to connect to us, whether we went to school together or we played basketball together. But whether we played basketball together, went to school together, when I start studying financial literacy and you still want to be ignorant, not ignorant, you're a dummy, just mean you don't know something. When you start saying, I don't want to know nothing else, I got to separate myself. I'm
gonna say this because I know Tria, your occupation is going out. So, what people don't understand, this is your job though.
Monetize that.
So people misunderstand when they looking and see you out. Man, she had the most fun. Man, I gotta be where she at every week, every day. But they don't understand that this is what you do. You don't want to do it all the time.
I really don't, because people hit me up all the time. Like, I'll be having a show in Memphis, you know, like last weekend or something. And I come back to Nashville. Come on, sure, let's go to the weekend. I'm like, bro, I'm good. I don't want to go out. Like last night, I went to Lavo, but it took everything for me to get out the bed. Like, I was literally in the bed. My home was like, where you at? I'm like, sleep. He said, man, get your ass up. I was like, bro.
Because there's a difference when you're going out to make money and when you're just going out to, what am I going out to do?
If you look at our culture, they see these basketball wives, they might see Malaysia, they might see all these girls going to the club make money, but guess what? The promoters paid them to be in there, so it's a lifestyle. That's different. So don't get it confused when you see these women out buying these G-Wags, and you see them fly, they get these diamond rings and go do all that, but even if they dated a man and used it to get farther, like, you know, it's the point how they use going out, getting paid. And that ain't in the club popping the bottle. That's what you seeing. You're not really understanding how they really using their life to monetize who they is as a person. So you being able to do that, it's not part of this business. You see what I'm saying?
Some of them are brand ambassadors
Yeah,
dealerships.
yeah.
So
I'm
they
saying?
driving their cars like a lease. You know what I'm saying?
Come
So
on, man.
you don't
I done
keep
got
it
to a
for
point
so
now,
long.
like where I go out of town, I gotta be making money. Like I just don't want to
It
go out of
just-
town on
yeah.
vacation. Like I was like, man, I want to go to LA 4th of July weekend. Let me see if I can get a show going that
Yeah.
weekend. You know, LA
Yeah.
expensive. You feel
Yeah.
me? Like
Think about
nah.
Make it
people who don't
work for you.
understand.
Yeah.
Think about people who don't understand that our culture. This thing, you just partying. You
Yeah.
see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like I say, man, we'll go out and pay for drinks. We'll pay for jewelry. We'll pay for all this stuff, but then you won't pay for a mentor. You know what I'm saying? You won't pay for somebody who can teach you some things. So like, when people don't value education, and I'm not just talking about going to a school educated. I mean, education just in learning outside of anything.
Yeah.
Then you know that's gonna separate the sheep from the wolves. You know what I mean? So study the wolves. Like some people like hate Donald Trump, but if you study him in business, you will learn something. You see what I'm saying? So it's just about even 6ix9ine. Okay, he a rat, I'm a street cat. Y'all don't deal with him, but guess what 6ix9ine know how to do? He know how to amass a lot of energy to get it,
Yeah.
to use it for everybody. He a rat, but guess what he gonna do when you come to him? I got 5 #1 songs on a billboard, and it's truth to that.
Yeah.
So then again, you know what I'm saying? You gotta know how to bring energy towards you and use it. So when everybody hating Donald Trump, everybody paying attention. Let me see your tax return. He doing business deals with other people because everybody's so interested in him as a person. You see what I'm saying? So learn how to do that, man. And it was a book, and everybody know this book, 48 Laws of Power. This was the first book I started reading when I started to grow my intellectual. But I can comprehend, but I didn't really understand it all the way.
I can't.
Now, if I go back and read that book to where I'm at in life, it makes so much sense to me.
I follow the dude on social media, and he posts quotes every day from his book. So I've been picking up on it. But I recommend a book for everybody, man. It's called Rich Dad Poor Dad. That was the first book I ever read, man. I did it audio because you know usually when you read, you always get. I used to get sleepy or. I feel like, damn, I don't understand nothing he said. So I did it one day. I was riding back from Knoxville. My boy sent me the book, and I just played it the whole way, wrote it out, all the way back home, listened to the whole book. Man, when I say that, opened up my mind to really locking in on being an investor, a real estate investor. Like when I got in this, I was a senior in college, 2015. I had I've always been big on dry erase boards, writing my goals down, all that. So I knew I wanted me a duplex, and I had no understanding of how to get started, how to do this, none of that. Ended up just getting on the computer, doing some random research. Met a black guy named Jason. Called him, was like, man, I'm looking for some property. I took a loan out in college, they used to give you could take I think like $5,000. Every time I took a loan or got a refund, I always put it up. I probably spent maybe $200-300 of it. I said, man, I got like $6,000, man. I'm looking for a duplex. Like, all right, get online. I'm such. We can go to these places and check these places out. I'm like, okay, cool. Started at Antioch. Seen some stuff out there. Came out here, went to Westchester. Ended up getting one over there. So happy he turned me on to a lady named Margot. She did all my stuff, my loan process and all that. Ended up getting a place for like $3,000 closing. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of information, but a lot of people didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? She was like, listen, I'm gonna tell you something. She was an older lady. She was like, I'm gonna teach you some stuff that the white people have been doing for so long that we have no idea how to do this. Everybody's saying that you gotta pay 20% and this and this. That's because they learn what they read in a book. But if you deal with somebody that's been in this game 30 plus years, they know the ins and outs because it's information that we don't know that they know that you can put in the system or you can go behind this and this and this. Everybody wants to, and it bothers me that everybody really be wanting to see everything this way. Boy, these people that's rich and where they at in life, it didn't come from just walking straight. Everybody's going behind back doors and cutting corners to get where they need to get to. You got to do that to get started. Then once you get started, then you start to play the right way. That way you stay in the game long term, like you said about the LLC. I got me an LLC. Never knew about it. Never thought I would get it. And He was like, man, you need to get your LLC. It's gonna protect you, just in case. Just say somebody gets shot in one of your places. That's gonna fall back on you. So you need to get your LLC because them people that's in that house, her family might come after you. It might not even be them, it might be their family. And that LLC is what's gonna keep you where you don't lose everything you got. I was like, no, all right, cool. I just let him talk. I never followed through with it. I just now followed through with it. I had been in the game for 7 years. I just done it. So it lets you know that it's certain things in this that you gotta take heed and go through it doing it, but you gotta do your proper steps. Let yourself build what you need to build up. You know what I mean? Build your money up, build your build what you need to build up, and then start putting yourself in the right direction. Because it changes your bracket. Okay, go ahead.
Now, I'm gonna go back to something you had said a minute ago about how people kind of look at you and try to make you feel a certain way. But once you start to, because we all, when we came up, we all made went that right or left turn from the opposite way that our friend did.
Yeah.
You know, speaking on the friends that we don't, not saying we're not friends with anymore, but the ones we don't be around, the people don't see us around anymore. And that's kind of the thing that hurts a lot, because it's, like I said, it's one of the things like I thought we would, ride all the way up until we old, and then you look to the left and they're not there no more. And it's just like, how does it make y'all feel? And this is not even friends no more. It's just like certain random people or people that you just meet. Like when they see that you live a certain lifestyle, when you choose not to go out every weekend, or you choose not to buy the designer clothes or things like that, and it kind of make you feel like you're not gonna make me feel bad because I'm not going the route that you're taking, which I know leads to
Did you see the video with Kanye talking when they were saying he turned his back on the black culture?
I think I
You seen
did.
that? He told them, I got tired of playing the victimization role. See, one thing about people is they play the victim. I had people tell me that, people be like, well, let's just say you my brother, you know what I'm saying? You my blood brother, came out the same womb. And you tell me you're gonna pay for my school. And we get into an argument, you're gonna pay for my school. I will hold you accountable and say, man, I could have went to trade school, man. You told me you was gonna pay. I'm telling you the reason why I ain't where I'm at because you didn't pay for my school. That's playing a victim role. Yeah. Nobody can. I know about slave, I know about Jim Crow, I know about the civil rights, but you think I'm gonna let that hinder me from being who I need as a person? You think it's gonna work when I go tell my daughter, my son, like the reason why I couldn't make it because we was put in slavery, we was going to do all this. So you have to say, people will make you feel bad for walking through that door. And when you walk through that door, they'll be like, man, come on, man, he got a key. You know what I'm saying? No, I built the door. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, don't play the victim role and let stuff hinder you, and don't let people make you feel bad for doing some steps that you need to do. Because what begin to happen to these friends, you start having children now. Bro, I can't just throw you $3,500. I'm talking from a street point of view. I can't just throw you $3,500 no more when you went to jail, pay your bond. That's before we had kids, when I was in the streets. Then you go to jail, bro, you know what I'm saying? I got my kids party. And guess what people do? Nah, if you real, you gonna do this. Man, he real, man. You know what I'm saying? Man, that's not real for me. Let me be able to take out my family's mouth to give you something to say I'm real in your house and in your point of view. And if you notice, people use real to say, this is how they use real. You doing something for them when they need you, when they know it's taken away from you. Yeah. That's what make you, I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? I should have to take away to give you something. At the end of the day, you should be like, look, man, okay, me and Jadell, you know what I'm saying? I mean, we still working our King store, but he got a clothing store. He got a shoe store. I got a clothing line. This is my guy. Before he even had this clothing store, the shoe store, he was already talking about this. So he gonna allow me to put some product in here, but I'm gonna allow him to make some money out of my product. That's what business is. So why I'm gonna come to you and be like, hey, Jadell, I feel like you should give me a job with the woo. Like, all right, how does it benefit him? Exactly. You see what I'm saying? Exactly. So that's where we come to the table empty. And then the type of people you got to separate from. Now, I got people who I was in the street with before I even met Jadell. I probably can't do business with them. Yeah. But the fact that he already a brother from another mother, he got a business, how does it not make sense for me to come to him and we can work out the kinks where he making some money and I'm making some money?
Exactly. That's what it's about. And when you said about, people wanting you to take money out of your pocket to help them out. I feel like this, man. I hustled in college because that was the only way I could survive. I couldn't call my mother or I couldn't call family to get that. So when I did that, I knew what I was signing up for. And I ended up getting arrested in Logan County, Kentucky. You know what I'm saying? Going to another school, you know, to go party, but still make me some money while I'm up there. You know, and when my situation took place, I had money put up for that. So I had friends too I fell out with, got, you know, caught up in situations, and I had to tell him, I said, man, listen, man, you keep getting jammed up. I'm gonna help out with your kid now. I'm not helping you out with that. I feel like you should have prepared yourself for what you got yourself into. There's no way you should be hitting us up saying I need this to get out. I said, man, I'm more focused on your son now.
Yeah, true.
That's what my energy is.
Which he should be too.
But he didn't accept it, so we quit talking. You know what I mean? I just feel like if you're gonna jump in that lane, prepare yourself for what comes with that lane.
I'm gonna ask y'all this, which I'm pretty sure the answer will be the same for every one of y'all. Are y'all willing to keep growing and changing, even if it costs you to fall out or maybe even lose contact with family members and friends? So, for instance, like I don't. As much as I would love to deal with a lot of my family, I don't. As much as I would like to deal with a lot of my friends, I don't. So, I keep that distance with me and certain old friends and even with family because, when you get caught, it don't take nothing but the slightest thing for your whole world to change after something you done built up. Even if you done made that change for 5 years, you done changed your whole life path and you just get caught up with a family member because you love them or you feel like it's the right thing to do, or just like being real with a friend, you gotta keep it real. And next thing you know, everything you done worked so hard for within the minimum years, done been taken away from you, or it's, now it's like, damn, I gotta start over, I gotta figure this out again because the love that I have for a family member or a friend, and I know I wouldn't put myself in this situation, but they don't mind putting me in this situation because they feel like, oh, he's doing good or she's doing good. So is it, as y'all see, which I'm pretty sure as y'all see yourself developing and becoming something else, y'all, lost contact with friends and family members because you just know, like, if I go down that route, it never ends good on my part. They cool. They don't mind starting over every week or every month. They good with the lifestyle they're living, but me, I'm not. So is it like, just like, even for instance, would y'all sacrifice, disconnecting with your mother or your father if
they're not willing to grow.
If it had a...
I say that because people, they get stuck in the mind, and this is why I still teach my mom. I teach my mama everything now that I've learned. I'm starting to teach her. I just bought 4 books. I bought Rich Dad Poor Dad because I had it on audio, so I bought it in the book form now. And I'm going to give it to her and tell her to read it because even though where she's at, she's still stuck in back in the day. When she has qualities like, I can ask her now, if you want me to apply for a job for you, mama, what would you do? The first thing she gonna say is cleaning, because she come from back in the day. That's all they did.
Yeah.
But now knowing she does sign language, and she's like professional with it, all the way to the T. She knows how to teach both and explain both. And I said, mama, you never thought you could, I could put you in that type of position, a job, and you could be doing stuff like that. But if I ask her, her first thing she's gonna say is cleaning, because back in the day, that was all they hired black people for. You know what I'm saying? And it dawns on me that when I see that even at the age of 30, her mindset is still there. Even on food, she'll go buy the same stuff in the grocery store that she ate back in the day. I'm like, we got a little money now. We don't have to eat that no more.
That's why people make me feel.
It's crazy.
To be honest, people make me feel. They try to make me feel bad, and I don't try to make other people feel bad about the things that they eat and the things that I eat now. Like, I'm sure all of us grew up on ramen noodles, burgers, things like that. I don't eat that stuff no more. I don't eat fast food. I don't eat noodles. I just feel like I've ate it enough for years. I don't want to put that in my body no more. And seeing some of the things I've seen on social media of how it's made and where it come from and the chemicals is in and stuff, I just feel like, I'm not saying I eat perfect, but I just feel like I'm over that now. I'm not gonna lie, I'm bougie when it comes to eating. I feel like I'm too good for certain foods, and that's just me being honest. Like, I just do. I don't want to see a McDonald's. I don't, if somebody asks me to go get them food, I get you anything but fast food. I'm not going to no drive-through. I'm not going to no McDonald's. I'm not bringing you anything back that's fast food. I bring you something else, like, you know, but that I just not, and some people look at like, you don't eat, what's wrong with a 4 for 4? What's wrong with a McDouble? Like, I love Wendy's,
You can spend the same, you can spend that same price.
because you gotta, when you realize how much it costs, like a burger, it don't cost you $1 to make a burger at home. Like, make it make sense. So it's just, I mean, that's just how I am.
Do you eat chicken?
Yeah, I eat chicken. Yeah, I'm not saying I don't eat chicken. I'm
So
just saying.
Would you get like a chicken plate from like Helen's?
Yeah, I will,
Okay.
I'm not down
about
in
fast food.
Yeah, I'm just talking about fast food. Yeah, like
I get
fast
the
food.
chicken
Yeah, I don't like McDonald's
Anything
either.
pre-frozen,
Yeah.
I don't like to eat.
Yeah.
Now, if I don't go into debt and try to ask like, where y'all get y'all meat from? You know,
Yeah.
some places I can tell where they get their meat from. If it's over big, like large, I'm like, I don't want to eat it. But if I notice that the first time I eat there, I'm not going to order that again when I go back. I'll try something else or something, but I'm not. But I just don't. That's one of the biggest changes I made. Even with my wife, we don't eat fast food. We're not going to give our son fast food. Now, if he chooses to eat it when he grows up, that's on him.
That's on
But
him.
we just don't. That's just one thing that I don't want to do. Like I don't know. It's just something about me.
There's another book, Think and Grow Rich. That's a great book too. It's
gonna have to read it.
one, Think and Grow Rich. I mean, he's just talking about just basically how you can think and become richer. So when you were saying you don't eat this or you don't eat that, other people, you know what I'm saying, you don't try to make them feel bad, but whether they try to make you feel bad like you bougie or not, you have to understand you can really manifest a whole lifestyle. That's why I tell you, go look at that Corvette you like. Go look at that because
About that
another dude just came on the internet, and you gonna like it. Another, he said he walk in extravagant houses. They don't know he ain't got money. They gotta treat him just like everybody else. He said then you walk in there, you looking around, you looking down, you ain't looking him in the eye. He said he walk in like he already got the money to buy it. Like, you know, what is this? What is this? Asking questions. So you have to walk yourself into whatever you want, knowing you deserve it. Because it's everybody's birthright to have anything. It's only when you don't. If you don't feel like you're gonna make $1 million in your lifetime, how am I gonna believe you?
Right.
So you gotta walk around with that. So like you say, back to your original question, I am willing to sacrifice relationships to people who don't want to change and who don't want to grow because I understand that now I'm looking at my children, they look at me in the eyes, and they gonna be looking at me like, Dad, well, why we ain't got this, why we ain't got that? I can't explain. I didn't want to change. I wanted to stay around my friends. That's not gonna make sense. You know what I'm saying? So as a man, as a provider, you gonna always have to separate yourself and, you know, do things that's different. You know, so yeah, you better be willing to sacrifice some relationships to get to where you want to go because all your people gonna do anyways is wait till you get there. They not gonna like you. They're not gonna deal with you. Then the moment you sign a deal, man, that's my homeboy from Nashville. Now they wanna claim. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I've been grinding mixtapes or whatever, however they sell the music now. You know, I've been doing that for years. Y'all waited till this person from another neighborhood signed me, and then y'all wanna, you know what I'm saying? He from Nashville. He from Nashville. So, bro, you gotta understand the culture. Like, we love our people. We're not gonna never turn our back on them because we understand who he is and who our identity is. But when you understand what you're trying to do for your family first, the people you created with another person or the people that you go in that household with every night and got to put food on their table, yeah, you start grinding different and you start understanding, like, I can't be out here trying to save the world until I save this structured household under this one roof. So, yeah.
Let me ask y'all this: How is y'all money being spent now from beforehand? Before y'all feel like y'all made a dramatic change in y'all life, like what did you spend your money on? How's your money being spent before and how it's being spent now? Like I'm just take a guess here. You do parties, you have the ring, you got everything set up. So you like nice parties, you like your parties to be a certain way, you like a certain vibe. So I'm gonna say, before you became into what you are now, she probably would have went in, oh, it's $500 to get in the club? This is a nice vibe. I'm gonna pay the $5, cool. So beforehand, yeah, I was spending $500, $300 to get in the club. I spent $200 to skip the line. The vibe nice in there. I gotta get in there. So now is, I'm just gonna create my own vibe with these $500 and see how they go. So how is your money being spent now from what it was before?
Before I started the ring, like, I was just spending money on stupid stuff. Like, this stuff that's not really, like, gonna try to help me out. But now with my money, I spend it on my business. Like, instead of me renting, like you saw the problem I had with me renting some speakers out, guess what? I want to go buy my own speakers because it's like I can just spend the money like on speakers, subs, mics, instead of paying somebody else to bring it. Because guess what? It's an expense I ain't got to pay. So that's really what I spend my money on now. Anything that's going to make my event better, I'm going to spend the money on the ring. So I don't have time to be putting up with people like, the speakers, I don't know if you know the speakers he gave me, trash. Like, it was horrible. And I was mad. It's like, I'm paying you. Yeah, then you didn't even want to hook the stuff. If I'm paying you to rent the speakers, you got to hook the speakers up, make sure they run. You know, he just dropped the speakers off and ran. When he did that, I was literally, while the show was going on, I was online ordering stuff. So now guess what? I got my sub, I got speakers, I got mics. I ordered me a mixer, a Yamaha mixer. And then really, I'm going to just keep ordering the same stuff. And then I'm going to just open up my own rental business now.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? So that way I can double my money up. Yeah, that way I can double my money up.
She went and bought her own stuff, but she evaluated just off that first scenario with that guy. You know what I'm saying? So that make you think differently. I just think like I changed a lot when I realized this is something that I really got a passion of doing. You know what I'm saying? It just made me look at things totally different. Like, and my boy hit me about it yesterday. I had a ceiling fan that I just put in brand new. You know, we thought that it was gonna fit for the house, but it didn't. So now I'm sitting with a ceiling fan because I done threw everything away. You know what I'm saying? But it's brand new. But it takes you to really you really got to get down in certain stuff and really see for what it's really worth. Like just by me looking at something, I could be like, I thought, and this just comes from learning that, I thought that was gonna be perfect fit for that. I'm just going off of what somebody else who I paid a job for, that I spent a lot of money with to know that what I put right there is gonna be good. He's already paid for me. But now we having to wait, come back, double bag multiple times throughout the week to get some stuff done up in here. But you got paid for this before all this new creation got put on. You should have been on top of that. And it makes you now, you like, damn, I got to kind of be even more aware, because even the people you think that's hard workers or that's willing to really do it, they not really doing it if you ain't standing behind them. So I'm like, damn.
They don't understand because if it's not their stuff, they're not going to understand. You wouldn't have treated your event like that.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
When it sound like you talking about to me, it's like assets and liability. For instance, like I spend my money on clothes, I spent it on shoes, but now I got a clothing line. So even if I wear my outfit I got probably 15 different colors, you know what I mean? So even if I wear my outfit for 2 weeks, I didn't say 2 weeks worth of spending money on clothes, you see what I'm saying? So like, I mean, I'm sure you like the shoes, you got a shoe store. So now you turn what used to be a liability into an asset. And things that the culture consider liabilities, when you learn how to turn that into an asset, you really gonna make money besides just having an asset what everybody agree on universally, like a house or something. So when you learn how to turn something that maybe, like for instance, I seen one dude, he was talking about after leveraging his credit, he might buy the Lamborghini truck. So a lot of people might say that asset, but he put it on Turo for 15 days out of the month, and he run his whole bag up on that. You see what I'm saying? So when you learn how to turn what they consider liability into an asset, that's when you really gonna start to make money. So that's when I started spending my money different, when I start understanding, like, hold on, and this thing, I be want to buy a lot of things, like, especially when you got money and you come from a culture that you like those designer things, shine things, but you know you can buy, but you don't. And then your homeboy pull up and you know he ain't really got it like that, but he got it to buy, but he don't got it to flex with it while he buying it. So he didn't bought the Rolex. Okay, you got the money because you purchased it, but I know deep down you was on a bird, now you on a 9-piece. You know what I'm saying? Because you didn't bought it, so you still looking good, but I got the money to go buy it, but I got to put it into this closing business. You feel me? I got to keep putting back, so I can't go do that. But I be want to, but that's when you start understanding, okay, I'm growing, because I can go do that. You know what I'm saying?
All right, we're going to wrap it up. I'm going to ask y'all one more question. Just give me how beforehand did y'all enjoy spending your time at first, and how you enjoy spending your time now. For me, I used to like hanging around a bunch of people, being around like lots of dudes, having my homeboys around. I used to like going out, doing stuff that, I'm not blaming nobody, that's one thing that everybody's gonna go through, but eventually I feel like you should break out of it. But I used to like spending my time like that. Now, I mainly like spending my time making money, you know, growing my business, helping people out because, you know, I want to see everybody look good. I want to see everybody with fresh shoes on for affordable price. You know, I want everybody to be able to afford something nice that makes them look different. So now that's why I enjoy spending my time with now, like helping people out and making money off of doing what I love. So what's something now you enjoy spending your time doing from when you first changed, you know, how you are today?
I just have to agree with you, really.
Just
Because like I
giving
said,
people a good vibe.
just giving people good vibe. I love putting artists on. Like I said, back when I was still in school, I just like, you know, chilling, hanging out, smoking all day.
Yeah.
You know, but now I don't even smoke like that no more. So I'm just all about putting the artists on the map. You know, I just love helping different artists and putting them out there. So
Man, I like, man, household products, man, white beaters, new socks, new boxers, like simple stuff like that. You know, the older you get, like I remember one time when I was renovating the house out north, man, I bought 13 new windows for like $1,500. That's almost like 3 to 4 pair of Jordans. And Jordan dropped 4 times a month. When I understood that every person that's buying all this stuff you literally then bought all the labor for the house. All you gotta do is pay for the labor.
Yeah.
You didn't bought all the stuff for the house.
Yeah.
Just spending money on all that. This stuff don't cost. You can get a fancy toy for about $300-400. You know what I'm saying? But you can get one for about $70.
People don't
You
even
get
know
one-
that.
It's like, so you mean to tell me, man? I went in what's the orange and white store? The hardware store? Home Depot.
Yeah.
When I went in there and see how much this stuff cost, man, listen, I did my whole bathroom, put the tile all the way up. When I see how much this stuff, I did it all by myself. Some of the women I was dealing with at that time didn't think I didn't have, let me help you. Nah, I got all this by myself. Once I done it and they came over, they like, somebody helped you. No, they didn't. I know what looked good.
Yeah.
That's what make me happy now.
Yeah.
That's how I
Take
spend
care.
my time different.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, man. I really travel, play golf. Golf is like a good relief. You know, it's something different. It's new. I'm still learning it. My house, you know what I'm saying? Buying what I need to get for there to keep that well maintained. And if people ask me for information, I drop it. I mean, I give it out. And if I got any information that I can help with somebody else and passing it on, I try to give it out. I just look at things a whole lot different now, man. I just keep saying it because it's crazy from where we come from, you know, where we was at, you know what I'm saying? Our mindset, you know what I mean? It's wild. So to see that now, to be able to get up and on an off day, go play golf all day, you know what I'm saying? Or if I want to go travel, take off work and I can go, you know what I'm saying? That's where I'm at with it right now. And I'm blessed to just be able to do that. So that's what makes me happy.
Well, man, I appreciate y'all as again. I thank y'all, man. And once again, this is Sit Down Sundays. This is 100 Keepwell at the Soul Socket at 1801 Jefferson Street, Suite 204. I'm gonna let y'all introduce yourself one more time before we close out.
again, it's your girl DJ Texas Trill. You can follow me on Instagram _Texas Trill with 5 L's.
Alright, this your boy Chainsaw Charlie, founder and CEO of Instar Apparel, co-founder of Chop It Up Barbershop, 210 Gadget, White South, Madison, Tennessee, 37115, man. You know, we're just trying to live in prosperity. Check me out, tap in.
It's Troy. Follow me on Instagram, L_Bozeman, real estate investor /firefighter.